New feature alert! StreamYard has finally answered our calls. They have finally released the ability to customize your background music. Shoutouts to Jay Lee, the sales ninja, for giving me a heads up that we have this fantastic new feature finally available for us. So let's talk about it today. We're going to talk about background music vibe checks. We'll also have a conversation about how not to get sued, and I'm going to walk you through step by step how to customize your background music in your StreamYard account. Roll that intro. When it comes to background music for your live stream show, you definitely want to start thinking long before you jump into the StreamYard platform. What I want you to think about is the vibe that your show is giving off. I like to consider this your vibe check. Do you have a more laid back or chill show? Your show is supposed to hype people up and get them excited. Those are two very different emotions that you're trying to create, and therefore you're going to use very different music in order to do that. So bottom line, choose music that fits the vibe of your show. Question of the day, what kind of vibe does your show give off? Are you more laid back? Are you more hyped up? Are you something different or in between? Let us know down in the comments. I know that I, as a content creator, do not like getting sued. I would rather spend my time, energy, and efforts building my business rather than having to defend my use of certain music or videos in my content. So let's talk about not getting sued with your background music. Make sure that you have found your music at a source that either gives you the rights to use it and you have those rights saved in your documentation, or that you've used copyright-free material. Wherever you get your music from, make sure that the license you have, the rights that you have to use it, are valid across multiple platforms. I know my own content, as well as the content of some of our clients, has been authorized on YouTube, for example, but that piece of music wasn't authorized across the Facebook platform. So it was getting copyright flagged on one platform, but not on the other. And so in order to avoid that, you want to make sure that you read through your usage rights. A lot of the free content that I've seen out there is not as widespread the use that it gives you. So you might be allowed to use it on one platform, but might not be on multiple. You might be able to use it under a certain number of view count. There are so many different restrictions that could be put on your piece of content. So make sure that you've read through your usage rights. On the other hand, if you're willing to spend more money on your content and you want, say, your own theme song, you want to have a piece of music that you're going to use regularly, maybe it's going to be the background music for all of your episodes, well, then maybe you invest on either purchasing the rights of a piece of music or having one custom made. But either way, the easiest way to stay up to date on things like this is to make sure that you hit the subscribe button and join us here on the Visibility Hacking channel. Now, I welcome you to come join me over the shoulder and check out how to actually create your own custom background music in the StreamYard platform. Let's dive straight into the StreamYard live production space and talk about how to create your background music. How do you actually bring it into the space? From here, what I want you to do is make sure that you have your brand tab open. That's here on the right-hand side where it says brand. You're going to click on that. Now, these features are only available to those who have the paid versions of the StreamYard accounts. I highly recommend that you get yourself a paid account. I have links down in the description if you are interested, and it'll save you a couple bucks as well, which is great. I want you to go to that brand tab and scroll all the way down to the bottom. This is where you're going to see background music. Now, background music overall on the StreamYard platform is rather new, which is kind of cool. So there are preset options that are available to you. And the way that you would select them is simply by hovering over them and pressing play. Now you have this slider over here right underneath the background music title that allows us to change the volume, as well as selecting whether or not at the end of the song, if it will restart again and continue to loop. If so, that's what you want for background music. You want to make sure that is checked. If you just want the song to play through once and then you have silence afterwards, you would make sure that is unchecked. Now, if you want to stop a song because it's just playing too much, you're going to go back into the same area, and now you're going to hover over the song that is playing, and you're going to press pause. That will unselect the music. Now, I know, I hear ya. How do you put your own custom music? Simple. Watch this. Down at the very bottom of the background music, that options, you have the ability to add music. So we're going to click on that, and that brings up this additional menu. From here, we can either click this box here that says add music. It'll bring up a dialog box where you can find your music, or you can do what I like to do, bring it up in a different window and then click and drag it in place. You can see here at the very, very bottom that video is processing, and now it's available to select. So I play that, make sure it's looped, and I can hear it playing out of my speakers, which I think sounds really, really good. So now I have background music. I'm going to hover over it and pause it, and now I'm good to go. So it's that simple, my friends. It's honestly that simple to bring in your own background music. But I promise you, if you don't think ahead and get your licenses, make sure that you've sorted out your rights to use that piece of music, your content will be flagged. If I haven't stressed it enough, one of the other big things you have to keep in mind is if your content gets flagged and it's the background music that's messing everything up, or the background music is what is infringed on copyright, or is implied to have infringed in copyright, well, they might mute every piece, everything you say on top of that background music while it's being played. And you don't want to lose the value you're putting into your content. So think first, do a little bit of work ahead of time, get the right music, and then simply upload it to your StreamYard. We use StreamYard for so many different types of shows, and mostly to help small businesses boost their visibility and start connecting with their ideal customers. So if you want to start your own live show, if you want to build your visibility with your small business, take your StreamYarding to the next level, then join us. Then join us in our Live Academy program. You can find more information over at visibilityhacking.com/letsgolive. And you can always join us in the Visibility Hacking community on our Facebook group. If you're interested in asking any questions, you can always throw them down in the comments as well. But until I see you again, my friends, remember, I love you. Be excellent to each other. Don't get sued, and go live, because your people are out there and they're waiting for you.